My name is JC. I have no fear. I have no fear. The conditions I brought myself near, but the truth is, the system did hold me away, and I had to learn my own way. But I am a true warrior, and I have compassion for myself because I was abused from day dot and passed around ritual, torture. You know, it doesn't do much for not compartmentalizing a human mind. So I was always that light. We all are. But we're all abused, you see, so we fracture off until we got to come back into that one whole, and we only do that when we're fractured further, fractured from this reality. We have to be broken as a diamond. Like coal. Ooh. Like coal squeezed, creating a diamond. So that's what we need to be, that's what we need to do, that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on healing ourselves, and I forgive myself and have total compassion for the terrible hats I wear. And they always seem to be red. There's like a flame red phoenix rising, because you know, healing is not just about like not leaving this physical plane, because you know what? I would rather sell my soul to the devil than go back to that industry for any kind of healthcare. Yeah. So, you know, I've humiliated myself and naff at the hands of that system. 4 years. Yeah, going back, sitting there like knowing you're dying, going, I don't know, just checking something erroneous somewhere else, and you're like, hang on, I think you might want to look at the lumps in my boobs and the lumps in my armpits and the lumps in my neck. Da 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 da. I mean, I did have doctors that came and apologised, which was very nice, but they'd wait until no one was around and be like, I'm so sorry they're doing this to you. They're doing it to everyone now. Yeah. Dangerous profession. God, don't take me to the doctors to get well. My goodness. You know, even if they would treat me, you know, if I was on fire, I wouldn't go and have that medicine, because it's so disempowering. It's not only is it shit and it doesn't work, it just suppresses everything. And I know because I've tried it, and it doesn't work. It's shit. It's just like makes you a junkie, not taking, you know, responsibility for yourself. So you can eat shit food and you're like, oh, I'll just take a pill. No, I'll just eat shit food and be irresponsible with my life and fucking whatever, think bad thoughts, and just take a pill and I'll just change it. But you see, we can change our state by ourselves. We don't need to take a pill, because all the chemicals that are activated by the pills are from nature and refined from nature, so we can access those chemicals within us. And that's why we have an endocannabinoid system as well, because that goes beautifully with the cannabis plant. And, you know, all the plants that gave us, you know, opium and things like this, when used in their actual true form and respected and understood and used, they're proper, not just taken from and synthesized and made and bastardized into something else. Because that's just what pharma does, isn't it? You know, they just bold in. About 100 years ago, was it? 70 to 100? Who knows? And they were like, right, natural medicine. You know, all these herbs and plants have been working somewhat pretty well. But, you know, we're going to wipe you out, we're going to pay for the schools, and we've made a lot of money in petrochemicals, so we quite like to, you know, put it into this, because this will be really useful for like weakening the entire human race. So it goes beautifully with the other kind of plans and things. All angles. You've got the weather, food, schools, money, keep them poor, keep them stupid, keep them sick. A giant hand holds out a bag of terrible sweets in different colours. They all wither your insides, and you taste your own manufactured death. Yeah. So, That's basically what medicine is. Just different colours of your own death. Because each shade, you just don't have to face yourself, do you? You just take another pill. You know, it's medicine, it's life-giving. Well, if it was, I'd be for it, because I'm for surviving. No, I'm for thriving. I've lived my humanness. I've been on the journey. I've bought the t-shirt, taken the ride. And my conclusion is that we are the best medicine. I've tried that medicine, even if when I was being treated and having the operations and stuff, it didn't work. I mean, it just causes scar tissue and just messes your body up. I mean, everything is a cause of inflammation. So it's so simple, but we don't want to take responsibility for ourselves. And I know this because I didn't. I just wanted to just bury it all under drugs, and it's the same bloody thing. When you get to the point, you're like, okay, yeah, I can heal myself, but it requires commitment, discipline, and, like that. And then you mess up and you have a cigarette, and, that's your responsibility. You have to let go of the patterns and programs, and then it's just, that's it. That's just it. And we don't like that. We just want to take a pill because it's easy and we're disconnected. I was disconnected. And you just feel nothing. You're just deadened to the world because it's like because truly, at our essence, we all want to feel connected. And we are. That's what we are. And because we're disconnected, it makes us so fucking sad. And that's why they can get away with this shit medicine and shit food and everything. Because we just want to drown ourselves and just kill ourselves. Because we're like, oh God, I'm so fucking depressed. I don't know why. I don't know why. What is this world? Where am I? Why do I look at the sky? Why does everything feel strange? Why does the money not make sense? What does the schooling doesn't make sense. You don't know how to ask questions. It feels like they're just teaching you what they want you to know. How old is the world? Are we alone? Really? What are these stone circles in Africa? Michael Tellinger. What is sound, frequency and vibration? What were the pyramids again? What were they used for? Were they tombs? Did they build them with ropes and pulleys? Even though they can't even move them with trucks these days and cranes. Did they really? That's interesting. Who believes that, really? Do you? Do you believe that? I think they told us a bunch of whoopers. Don't you? Because where I'm standing, money only makes them rich, because they make it up out of thin air and then charge you interest. Medicine doesn't make us well. Schools don't teach anything conscious. They just teach history that's actually false. And what they want us to know so we can go and be good little worker bees and keep feeding the system. Oh, and then religion. That's got nothing to do with God. So, beautiful. And, science is owned by whoever has the most money, and it all works so beautifully together. So we're just grinding around like rats in a maze, rats in a daze, getting our bit of cheese, having a bit of water, and back to the cage. Yeah, this is fucking great. Do you know why it's great? Because I just got a new iPhone 200, and I've just had my 5,000th jab of poison. Now I have no human immunity, and I'm transhuman. Yay, let me get my cheese. I don't have to move because I'm in the metaverse. It's good, man. It's good, man. Why do you think the technology was free? What else is free? Nothing. Nothing. Who did the internet? DARPA. What's HARP? Isn't it a frequency device? Does that control the weather? Wasn't that on the Smurfs? Didn't they put that in The Simpsons? Is it true that we create our realities from what we view and what we see and what we believe? Why, yes, JC, I think that's true. So, in that case, if we watch lots of things on the TV, television, that tells us that we're limited and to keep buying and buying, and we must buy to feel whole. And they teach us fear and not to eat good food. And actually find out the breakfast, lunch and dinner kind of thing was actually a load of rubbish to sell cereals and everything else. And that impacted with food. And that we must be kept in a low vibratory state as to feed and be of use with our energy and create and still feed. And then, you know the beautiful thing? They feed of us. They torture our children. You'll see. And that's how it goes. And that's how it has gone. But, you know, not anymore. Because we get to see it now. Or not. And then you get to suffer